Welcome to a very important video, an energetic and astrological update. We are now entering a special period that will last until the end of December and which has already begun with the last new moon at 27 degrees in the sign of Leo. And today I will speak about why this period is so special, geopolitically and globally, and with what this could be connected. But first, a warm welcome to you here on my YouTube channel. And if you want a weekly energetic and astrological update, then please sign up for my free newsletter where I share a lot of informations every week with you. And you can sign up. You find the link below this video. And I also have a membership where I share exclusive content that I do not publish on YouTube. And if you are interested in this and also special healings and meditations and channelings, then please watch and look for all the informations below this video. The last new moon was the beginning of a series of new moons which will all take place between 26 and 27 degrees until the next solar eclipse in April 2024. And that's very special. And energetically, we have in the upcoming months, especially until the end of December, a high, intense time of geopolitical, economic and social changes that are connected to those energies of those new moons. And it is difficult to predict exactly where and what will happen, but we can read the astrological energies, and it is a bit like a tunnel. When we get through, we will all no longer be the same, and everything is connected. And with this very intense solar eclipse that we will experience now, it is like a roller coaster. We are going collectively, but also personally, through a 0-point zone. It is a very important energetic portal that opens with the solar eclipse. And I have recently published a channeled message from the Arcturians, and which fits very well exactly to those energies that are now becoming important for us all. The solar eclipse next Saturday on October the 14th will happen in Washington, D.C. at the time zone of 10 o'clock and 55 minutes in the morning, and it will take place at 26 degrees point 56 in the sign of Virgo, where the moon and the sun is conjunct near the lower lunar node Ketu. And one day later, the planet Saturn moves into the lunar mansion Dhanishta back, because Saturn is in retrograde. And I'm talking today about Vedic astrology. This is a completely different system than the Western astrology. And Saturn was also in transit in this special lunar mansion Dhanishta at the outbreak of the war with the Ukraine. It is not a good sign here on Earth and can activate new dangerous conflicts between countries. And we have some very important flashpoints at this time on the world. For example, in Europe, the Kosovo. This is a really dangerous conflict, but also between Taiwan and China. And more is going on this time on Earth. And people fight against each other. And those energies will fire up new revolutions and rebellions, and mostly terrorist attacks, but more in a moment. And I also see China. China is also very important and in the center of a great transformation with all the people of China. And I recently spoke with my dear colleague and astrologer Sarah Costa in a video about this topic. And please have a look to this recording. I will link it here. This solar eclipse next Saturday is also in connection with Mars and Ketu, because when the solar eclipse will happen in the sign of Virgo, it will happen in the lunar mansion Chitra, and Chitra is also connected to fire, and the ruler of this nakshatra is Mars. And Mars is in the next sign in conjunction with Ketu. This is really extreme. Ketu is, like I told, the lower lunar node, and this makes this eclipse very powerful. And we will see what will happen. It does not mean that at the day of the eclipse something very important must happen, but those energies triggers important events. And Ketu and Rahu, they are in the axis of Aries and Libra, and they are also connected. They show us what it is all about, and it is about war and peace. And peace is missing with Mars connected with Ketu in the sign of Libra. And like I spoke also in my last videos, Rahu, the upper lunar node, is at 0 degrees till December. And this is a special sensitive place of the zodiac. It is 0.0. And the lunar node stands for our consciousness, how we experience our world, and also the destiny for humanity. And especially at the end of October, we have a lunar eclipse which follows the solar eclipse. And this is also a very significant energy, because it takes place in a constellation that is really similar to 9/11, when 9/11 happened, where we experienced a major terrorist attack. And even if we do not know who was really responsible for this attack that we experienced at this time, and I will make an extra video about the connection of those two events, 9/11 and the lunar eclipse that will happen at the end of October. Ketu and Mars are connected, and they bring up topics of terrorism and mindless acting. And often at those times, many people leave planet Earth. This is connected to great losses. The lunar eclipse at the end of October will be visible, and this means at those regions we will experience those energies more intense. And the lunar eclipse will be visible for Europe and also the Mediterranean region and upper parts of Africa, Russia, China. And this is really very important, where we can see the lunar eclipse. And what exactly will happen, we cannot predict. And it could be also connected to an economic downfall, and also the financial markets can fall down, like I told in other videos. And we will see what will happen, but the effect will change all of our lives on a conscious level. It does not always have to be negative. It is really important to understand this is simply a time of extreme energies, and especially till the end of 2023. Because at the end of 2023, and I will make further videos about this topic, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want to be informed. At the end of 2023, the lower lunar node Ketu will move over the degree of the solar eclipse. This is very important. But like I told you, I will make further videos, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And the possibility for natural disasters is very high, especially because of the aspect of the planet Saturn to the planet Uranus and to Rahu and to Mars and Ketu. And Saturn already starts to become stationary, which means that Saturn slows down and nearly stands still. And this makes Saturn 10 times as strong as normal, and his impact will be much greater. And those energies can trigger earthquakes. And we also had very powerful comets this year in the starry sky, which are often ambassadors for coming changes. So we should prepare ourselves for this intense time. And this means to be more careful in what you do and not to do too much dangerous things. And also how you communicate with other people, to be aware and peaceful, and to respect each other, no matter what his point of view is. And maybe also to have few more supplies in your house. But most important is to work on your own inner transformation and to let those intense energies flow through your energy system, especially when you can experience blockages. Then it is very important to work with your body, to move your body, to work with your breath, to breathe deeply, to connect to your heart, to really touch your heart, to feel your heart. And also yoga and meditation can help you, and to drink a lot of good energized water. And that is what you can do. And this is really important. We often think we cannot do anything about those predictions, but that's not true. We are all part of a created reality we create together. And if we understand those energies and think in a positive way, then we can transform and heal those intense energies and experience a higher form of consciousness and of frequency. And this is all about those eclipses, those transformations. They bring intense energies, but for our own growth. Everything is right that happens, and everything helps us to level up our consciousness. So share this video with like-minded people, and thank you so much for listening, and I love you.